Guilty as charged. And this is where our producer Kelly gives us a new guilty as charged question every week. And if we're guilty, we take a sip.
All right. Have you ever started a new job and knew immediately that it wasn't for you?
It can't be Ramsey. It's awkward. So don't mention that one. You're still here.
I've done some weird stuff at Ramsey, though, like publishing, curriculum, sales on the phone. I've done a lot.
Yeah, I've done a lot, too. I'm trying to think of the worst of the worst.
I'm going to be honest.
You've enjoyed them all. You had a great time.
No. I'm going to go back. I think when I realized, okay, this would be when I was working at Libby Lou. I remember this. This is so embarrassing. God, I'm going to be judged by this, but this happened. I was working there. I worked there for probably a year, but during Christmas break, I took off a lot because I was like, I'm a high schooler, and I got this thing going. I have this thing at high school going, and I got a trip with my family. All of this stuff. And the boss came up to me, and they were like, you can't take this much time off. And what do I do? I was like, I don't know what to do because I can't
quit.
No, not go on the family trip. I can't. In my head at the time was like, but my high school parties. And, that was the moment where I realized,
it's not for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I can make my own schedule babysitting and do some other things. That was a tough one.
Wow. I'm trying to think of the worst. I was auditing a bookstore and counting inventory. It was what I was doing. It was like a part-time side hustle. That was pretty miserable. I did IT work for my school over the summer. I would go and update all the computers, every single one.
In high school?
This was a high school job. Did that for a while, also miserable. But started a new job, I would say Urban Outfitters. I worked at...
George, you have done so much in your life. I literally was a babysitter and worked at
Doctor's
the mall
office.
for maybe 6 months of my life. How have you done all of this
I was a doctor's office receptionist.
No, you...
That was a fun one because I was getting paid $12 an hour.
How long have you been at these jobs?
I'm 48 years old, Rachel. No.
Genuinely, I feel like I had the most boring childhood. I had Your Integrity Snacks. I started a business.
This is from 15 to 23. I lived a lot of life, and I moved states and all that. But my worst one, I'm going to say, was Urban Outfitters. I got fired from the Apple store. My parents remember this well because I cried like a baby when I got fired. Because I legit thought, this is my career. I gave my life to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a creative. I was training people how to use so I got fired from that, went to Urban Outfitters.
Why'd you get fired?
Really nerdy. No, it wasn't even, I wish it was juicier. I hacked a little Dell MacBook, you could get a little Dell computers, little minis. And the geniuses who fixed the computers were like, hey, get one. We'll hack it into a Mac for you. So you could have this little tiny Dell that was like a MacBook.
Yeah.
So anyways, apparently they got new management. They were trying to fire a bunch of people. So a bunch of people got fired in 2 weeks for random things. If you were late, you got fired. So anyways, mine was the software update that he did wasn't my copy of the license of the software update. And so they said that was a breach of something.
Wow.
They fired both of us.
Wow.
Crushed my dreams. I was making $16 an hour. I was like, this is amazing. I went to Urban Outfitters, was making $8 an hour. Folding inside-out clothes because people like Rachel will go in the fitting room, try 90 things, leave them all in a pile for little old George to clean up.
Stop.
And here's where I was there for 3 months total. Here was the final straw. Found a used feminine product on top of the mirror because we had to check for tags because people would steal stuff.
No.
That was that was it.
Stop it.
That's when I moved south. I literally moved across the country after that. I moved to Mobile, Alabama to start a new life after finding a used feminine product on top of the mirror.
Gross.
Where people would put tags from when they ripped off the tags to steal clothes. So we always had to check the top of the mirror because that's where they would put the tags.
People stole stuff?
Yeah. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Surprised they're still in business with how much stuff people are stealing.
Oh, man.
That was my last foray at Urban Outfitters. But hey, 40% off discount.
My Libby Lou one is so sad. I was like, I can't go to my high school parties.
Wow, wee wah. My entire life was altered after that moment. Found out a lot.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Hard to enjoy a job after that. I think we can all agree.
I mean, that's terrible, George.